starting something. It's 8:12. Good morning, I'm Frank Cavallaro. 18 degrees. Here's your weather for today. Now, yesterday, we didn't see any showers. The showers stayed south and north of Montreal. Again, we're in between, and there's a line of showers right now towards the U.S. border and in through the eastern townships. Our high today, a very pleasant 23 degrees. Yesterday, we made it up to 28, 31 the day before. So the heat wave is over. It's fresh out there. Humidity is at about 55%. Skies will clear tonight, 14 degrees, and then nice weather. Friday, tomorrow, sunny, 24, 27, sunshine Saturday, 30. The heat returns on Sunday, August. 30 degrees, sunny Sunday, and partly sunny, 26 degrees. Right now, in St. Anne de Bellevue, we've got 18 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. I have a special guest this morning on Lite 106.7. Let's introduce, well, you know what, Mike, introduce yourself.
Well, Frank, first of all, yes, this is Mike Cohen from the Suburban newspaper, which of course proudly covers the West Island of Montreal. I also work for the English Montreal School Board as head of communications. I'm a city councillor in deep Côte Saint-Luc, but with very good ties to all the West Island mayors. And my biggest thing right now is I'm in love with Instagram, fell in love with it last winter, and people could follow me at Mike Cohen CSL as towards my drive to 10,000 followers, and I'm posting 1 or 2 reels a day, and I will be doing one today with the great Frank Cavallaro, who I've known for many years, and I'm really proud to be in the studio with you.
Michael, tell us the latest, what's going on? I mean, I know you're covering just about everything, restaurants.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, yes, I have my own website, www.mtlrestorap.com, and I do that with Tony Medeiros from Pierrefonds, Quebec. Tony is my partner in that website, and we do a lot of restaurant and food stories. And the big news on the West Island, Frank, is the donut war that's taking place.
There's a donut war?
Well, I don't know, like maybe war is not the word for it, but a few weeks ago, I stumbled upon Frosted on Saint Jean and La Brosse, which is a brand new donut shop. You know that donut shops started with Bernie Bain during the pandemic, and then Homer's came around.
Yeah, I was at Homer's last week. I walked in there was a lineup.
Well, there's a lineup, first of all. I mean, it depends which one you go to, because this guy, Terry Axiotis, who owns it, has expanded it like crazy. Georgia and Costa, a couple, Costa is a general contractor. Georgia worked in accounting. They just had this epiphany that they should open a donut shop on the West Island. They opened it up, like I said, called it Frosted. I dropped by. Like anything else, a specialty donut shop with all kinds of amazing flavors and doing amazing business. But beware, because Terry, the donut king of Montreal, who opened Homer's and NDG just about a year and a half ago, he's expanded. He's got 8 of them now. And
really?
Guess what? He's opening up September 1st on Sources Avenue in Dollar Des Ormeaux. He's already started in NDG. He's also in St. Leonard, downtown Montreal, Laval, Greenfield Park, Quebec City. He's going to Gatineau, Saint Jean sur Richelieu, the Saguenay. It's unbelievable what he's doing, and I am going to meet him Tuesday for an interview. I've met him a number of times. He's a genius. I mean, and you know what, Frank? I know you've been in the business in the past, and anyone out there who's saying, hey, I'd like to start a business somewhere. Mm-hmm. My gosh, a specialty donut shop. Bernie Bain, of course, on Bernard Street in the Mile End started this thing off during the pandemic. But Dean, who owns Bernie Bain, has told me we're not going beyond one shop. We've got one specialty shop. And when Blake Lively is a regular customer, you're doing a good job.
And why do you think donuts have made a comeback?
Well, first of all, very bad for our calories, Frank,
mm-hmm.
But very dangerous. I can tell you that the Homer's Donuts is right near me in NDG, near my office. And when I drive by, it's predictably lined up. And you know, remember the olden days when they used to have the Barbie barn downtown? Of course, they had the much departed Barbie barn on the West Island, which we miss because I go to the West Island just to go there. But you'd go to the Barbie barn and there would always be a lineup outside. And when you get in, there were a bunch of empty tables. Because they made people line up, because when you see people lining up, and that's what you're seeing at these donut shops.
Yeah, that's right.
You're seeing people lining up. It's bad on the calories, but these are not like, Krispy Kreme. If you go buy a Krispy Kreme donut, you're going to finish it in 5 seconds.
That's right, 3 bites.
These donuts take longer, and what Homer's is doing is they've gone beyond donuts. They have like donut sandwiches, poutine, and all kinds of stuff. So I'm curious to get the lowdown on how this Terry has pulled it off. But Sources and St. Jean, so it's frosted versus Homer's on the West Island. I'll be very eager to see. He's opening up in Terrebonne on August I think it's August 1st. So he's opening up there shortly. Yeah, I wonder if Vince Guzzo will be in line.
Wow. I was there last week. I had I think it was the Dulce de Leche. They've got these donuts first of all, they're big. I asked for a knife and fork. I cut it in small pieces.
Yes, exactly.
And what's the owner's name again of Homer's?
It's Terry Axiotis. I've got to get his pronunciation correct, but Terry is very big.
The only thing I want to suggest to Terry, I ordered a cup of coffee, and they've got this machine that takes about 15 minutes.
Oh, really?
To make a cup of coffee. So I waited and waited and waited and waited, and the coffee was good, but it takes so long. And I spoke to the employee. They said, well, we're going to fix it. This coffee machine just takes too long. It's good coffee. I think it's Nescafe or whatever, but it's good coffee. But the donut was good. I mean, every time I drive by, I feel now they make like an apple fritter.
Yeah.
So I bought one. I put it away, and I chop it. I chop at it every night. I have a piece with an espresso.
Yeah.
And but
it's very, very hard on the discipline. Now, when I went to see them, they sent me out with a dozen donuts plus the ones they wanted me to try. And I will be very honest with you, I didn't tell my wife they were in the house because she doesn't want to know that kind of stuff. And then she said to me one night, "Do you have any chocolate in the house?" And I said, "Well, I have donuts, but like they're in the car because I didn't leave them in the house." And so she had one, but I polished off way too many because you know what? Even if you're not like you're full,
you still have
you
it.
can't stop eating them.
I know.
So the frosted donuts were great, and the good news about Homer's is that it's I have to buy them individually, so I don't walk out of there with 12. But my new secretary, she came to the school board. My new secretary, Sophia, a shout out to Sophia who lives in the East End. She wanted to make a good impression on all of us when she started at the board a couple of months ago, and she showed up with a box of Homer's donuts. She was everyone's best friend the moment she walked in.
We're speaking to Mike Cohen here on Lite 106.7. Mike, stick around. We got more to discuss. Let's play some music. Annie Lennox now on Lite Mornings. Good morning from Lite 106.7.
Wow, this is so much fun. To be continued.